Does this documentary need to be made? Absolutely.
Oh, I'd say it's a disservice to the music industry that this documentary doesn't already exist. In fact, it's a disservice to the documentary industry and the jingle industry. Most importantly, the jingle industry.
Yes, 100%. We need our story told.
I've been writing jingles for like half my life. And I don't think we need a documentary about this. What a bunch of bullshit.
What? A jingle documentary? No, I don't think so.
Those posers ruined the industry. Three of them? I mean, Carlos Ferrari and I were boys, but Jingle Ballastay was great, I guess, but who's the third? Who? I don't know who the fuck you're talking about. Oh, Junior, yeah, Junior. Yeah, you know, Jingle borrowed a lot from Junior. Well, Jingle stole Junior's jingles.
I stole nothing. 100%. I don't need to do that. Peasants steal. Maestros borrow.
Oh, he's a thief, plain and simple. All right, and not just musically. He steals gigs. And my ex-wife Karen.
Carlos Ferrari is jealous of my greatness.
Lawrence Balls ruined the greatest genre of music born in the USA. The greatest genre of music in the entire history of the United States of Americas.
I can't really say anything bad about either of them. But I'd like to think we were all, in our own way, Jingle Gods.
I am the Jingle God. And Ferrari, he's my jester.
Do I look like a jingle god to you? Did I ever? Did any of us ever? By the way, Jingle Gods would be a stupid title for this documentary.
To be honest, I'm even surprised anyone is still into jingles. I mean, I thought jingles were all but dead ever since me and Jingle Ballastay left the game.
If you were to say what your most important memory was making jingles, what would that be?
Oh man, where do I begin? Yes, of course. These are my silver jinglers.
Could you explain what those are?
Of course. For those of you who have never heard of it before, jinglers are the highest annual honor awarded to us jingle writers. Some people think it's silly, but I personally found it to be very, very gratifying after a career of living in Ballastay's shadow.
Didn't Jingle Ballastay win gold every year that you won silver?
Yeah, well, of course. I just meant in terms of the shadow of him not giving me any credit for my work. But you know what? He's gotten a lot of slack over that over the years, you know, for being considered a thief. But that's just part of coming up in an established industry, you know? Coming up in the presence of giants, you have to pay your dues.
So your version of paying your dues was having your material stolen by Jingle Ballastay.
In the music industry, we call it borrowing.
And borrowing is...
When someone takes what you wrote and then claims the material you wrote as their own.
And Jingle Ballastay borrowed with regularity.
It would not be inaccurate to say Jingle was a prolific borrower. Specifically from me, yes.
So tell me, who is Jingle Ballastay?
So Lawrence, or as his friends would call him, Jingle, or as he would say, "Oh, my friends call me Jingle," stuff like that. But so Jingle is a cool guy. Jingle is he's a god amongst us in the game.
Is there anybody else?
Carl Furman, Carlos Ferrari, whatever you want to call him. Which is probably why, Jingle is Jingle today, because it was kind of a little back and forth thing between them.
That's not his real name.
Jingle, and there was H. Jameson too, but really there was really Jingle and Ferrari, whereas Ferrari was kind of ahead of his time, a little bit on that new age front. He was ahead of his time, but in actuality he was really behind the times. But once Ballestain got that charity jingle, it was over for Ferrari.
Yeah. This guy doesn't know the difference between 10 a.m. and 10 p.m.
Jesus, you scared the shit out of me.
Sorry, I thought you saw me.
Oh, who are you? Oh shit, that's right. This thing's today. All right, let's go. Hey boss, I'm gonna go on my smoke break. No, that wasn't me earlier. It was totally me earlier. Let's go. Inside? All right. Here I am, the once great Carlos Ferrari. So, who else are you interviewing for this thing?
Lawrence Carl,
Never heard of him.
Ace Jameson, Garth Patterson, Jingle Ballestain.
May I just say that, let me just say, his name is Lawrence Balls, okay? The guy changed his name from Lawrence Balls to Jingle. I mean, what a farce. What disrespect to the legends who came before him. I was Jingle Ferrari way before that jerk was ever Jingle Ballestain.
You went by Jingle Ferrari?
No, regretfully. Deeply regretfully. Look, I would let myself be jealous for about a week, okay? It's an awesome name. Jingle Ferrari would have been the greatest name of all time. It's okay, it's past. He got to it first, for once, because usually I get to things first, like marrying his wife or being her ex-husband.
So, where would you say you stand in the history of the jingle musical genre?
I mean, where do I stand, or where should I stand? Like, where do I belong, or how am I remembered? It's like that song in Hamilton, to paraphrase, we don't get to pick our legacy. We don't get to choose who writes our history, all right? I'm paraphrasing, I've only heard the song the one time. Who am I kidding? I've seen it so many times, I love it so much. It's pretty much the greatest thing that's happened in the last 4 years. But in this version, in our version, in this documentary, Alexander Hamilton loses.
Alexander Hamilton he dies in the play and in real life.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to spoil it for anybody who hadn't seen the play, man. Mr. Spoilers over there. Wait, what are you going to tell next, people? What's in the box in 7?
You're right on that.
What's in the box?
Sorry.
What's in the box?
So, would you say that makes Jingle Ballestain or Aaron Burr?
Who's Aaron Burr?
Alexander Hamilton from the play. Leslie Odom's character, he's the villain in.
And look, I don't want you editing this to make it look like I'm harshing on this blue collar type of work. Yeah, no, I'm smoking. I am. I'm having a smoke break, man. I don't know what your time. Jesus Christ, those kids came out of nowhere. Oh my God. Yeah, no, they actually kind of make fun of me for not actually smoking here, because you know, it hurts my throat, but like, you don't get smoke breaks if you don't smoke, so I have to pretend I'm smoking cigarettes. It's not really the future I had imagined for Carlos Ferrari, but, you know, it could be worse, I guess. I don't know. Hey, guys. These kids here are so mean.
What can you tell us about your relationship with Jingle Gods?
Look, there was no ship between Jingle Ballestain and Carlos Ferrari. We were competitors, plain and simple. All right? So did any of them ask about me?
So tell us about the jingle that caused the falling out between Carlos Ferrari and Jingle Ballestain.
You don't really have to say their full names, do you?
It was specifically requested.
Those two. I thought you'd be asking about that Greek drama, you know, surrounding the two in that specific moment in Jingle history.
Yeah, of course that's why you're here. Of course that's why. You want to hear about that moment in Jingle history. You're not here to see Carlos Ferrari. You want to hear about the charity jingle. Look, that thing is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. It's the worst thing that's ever happened to jingles. It's the worst thing that's ever happened to music in general. All right, it's like a liquid tumor. It leaks into your ear when you're thinking about something else. There are times when I'm trying to write another jingle, and all I can think of is that freaking atrocity.
So that's what caused the falling out?
Well, yeah, of course. That and he stole my wife.
Does the fact that it's a charity jingle make it a little better?
Look, I'm not a monster, all right? Of course it makes a difference. But at the same time, not even a tiny bit.
So it was a big deal for Jingles.
A big deal? More like a seismic shift. The two titans of their day competing against each other, almost working in tandem so that they can both be the greatest of all time. Ferrari changes the game with quadruple mint gum, and then Ballestain with Mentos, you know, the makers are fresh. And then Jingle Ballestain, once he takes his rightful place on the top of that jingle hill, all of it comes crumbling from beneath him. Y2K turns out to be a fucking hoax. Excuse my language. The jingle industry is a punchline. You know, I refuse to speak ill will about anyone. I refuse to. And in the end, despite his cruelty to Ballestain, Carlos Ferrari was one of the most talented people who ever wrote a jingle. And let's not poo-poo or roll our eyes at him for being a mainstay in the industry for over 21 years. Come on, 21 years?
Look, I was a music legend over a 4-decade span, all right?
Your career began in '79 and essentially ended in the year 2000.
Yeah, exactly. 70s, 80s, 90s, new millennium.
I think with Ballestain and Ferrari, it's a really good example of competition brings out the best in people and then the worst in people. Then a pure exhaustion and hatred, I guess. Ferrari's still Carlos Furman at that time. Bust onto the scene in 1980s with the Mountain Dew soda jingle, you know, it was pretty popular. But Ferrari really blew up when he landed that Toys As You gig. I mean, credit where credit's due. That vaulted him to the top, and deservedly so.
I will say that, you know, people like different types of music. There's music that people like, there's music that people don't like. This is the type of music that people like.
Yeah, I mean, sure, that one's deeply, deeply personal to me. You know, the Toys As You one. That first line, I don't want to grow old, that was me, man. That was like the real me back in 1982. Wanting to stay young forever, just become one with music, just just be the rock and roll man, you know? That was the real me. Then you gotta add a bunch of crap like you gotta hawk the toys or whatever. But that first line, that opening line about not wanting to get old, that was me. The real me.
It absolutely made Ferrari the Jesse Fredericks of jingles.
Who is Jesse Fredericks?
You're kidding me, right? The genius behind the opening themes of the likes of Full House, Step by Step, and Family Matters? Or are you one of those all Family Matters motherfuckers? Racist?
But wouldn't that mean that Jesse Fredericks' career began after Carlos Ferrari's career then? Right?
Well, yeah, sure.
So that would make Jesse Fredericks the Carlos Ferrari of daytime TV jingles then, right?
You no-name son of a bitch. I'll tell you once, and I won't say it again. They are gods to me. Fredericks is why I got into music, and Ballastain is why I ascended to the heights that I did. Neither of one of them are the Carlos Ferrari of fucking anything. And I will not, you know what? I need a... Man, I'm so sorry about that meltdown. I just get a little emotional when Jingles and Jesse's good name get thrown through the mud, so egregiously, so egregious. But where were we? Ferrari is now, Ferrari's Ferrari, and everyone wants to work with him. He had Cool Mo D. He had, Dave Coulier. I think he really hung out with that guy a lot. He partied with Kirk Cameron. I mean, just a weird guy, Ferrari. Then along comes Lawrence. That's all it went by at first.
Because his last name was Balls.
Yeah, that would be why. Lawrence busts onto the scene with a little jingle, one I'm 100% sure everyone in the audience has heard before.
It is pretty famous, isn't it?
Nah. You know what? You should edit this. You should say, "Give me a break," as if what I'm saying is so audacious, and then I'll come out it and I'll be like, "That's right," right? Yeah. So Jingle breaks onto the scene with, to this day, I guess, the most extremely and popular chocolate breaking logs jingle in 1988. And for my money, it at least ranks with the greatest jingles of all time. A really, might I say, a real fucking masterpiece. I'm sorry. My apologies for cursing.
We can fix it in post.
Still. You shouldn't have to. My apologies. But if there's anything that gets me riled up, it's a jingle that connects, And that chocolate breaking log jingle, I mean, give me a break.
Look, it kind of feels to me like we're just blasting past the 1980s here. I mean, look, if you want to ignore the 1980s, sure, call Jingle Ballastain the jingle writer, greatest jingle writer of all time all you want. He wrote everything in the 90s. He gobbled up all the gigs, just like he gobbles up everything else. Look, he had Junior too. He stole a lot of Junior's work. Junior made him the famous one he is, and I just couldn't get work in the 1990s. So is it my fault that my legacy is tarnished because all of my great jingles came before Jingle Ballastain's? Is it my fault that he recruited Junior to work with him? All right? Is it my fault the jingle genre fell apart underneath the weight of his ego? Is it my fault that Karen left me for him and took little Ferrari Jr., my dog? I only got to see him in Christmas card pictures after that.
Do you need a break?
Motherfucker, I'm on a break, okay? You got 3 more minutes to finish this thing before I gotta go back to work, okay? I used to be a somebody, all right? When I walked in a room, the drinks flowed, the drugs flowed, the hair flowed, all right? And I thought this documentary was going to be about trying to recognize me for what I contribute to the industry. But all we're doing here is you asking me about a goddamn chocolate breaking logs jingle. I mean, give me a break. Give me a goddamn break.
Junior made that same joke.
What joke? And then, when it came right down to it, right as I was about to change the industry, right as I was about to lay down a piece of music that was going to change the world, that was going to change the way people thought about music, that was going to change the way people thought about jingles, right as I was about to do that, Jingle Ballastain comes along and steals the charity jingle right out from underneath me, just like my wife. No, yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming. Yep, I'll be right there. You know what? I didn't tell my boss you were gonna be here today, so if you'd kindly get the fuck out of here, that would be really helpful. No, I'm coming, man. I was having a smoke. I don't know how you like to enjoy your cigarettes. Get the fuck out of here. But I like to enjoy their fine Turkish flavor and savor the, he's gonna see you and I'm gonna get in trouble. So no, you don't have to come collect me. Look, mark my words. Jingle Ballastain's ego is so big, he's gonna do his best to make this whole damn documentary about himself. No, I'm coming, man. Jesus Christ. Yeah, all right. No, I forgot my hat. I gotta get my hat. I hate this guy.
Time for the main event, huh?
What?
I want my own jingle man to hear all of my prayers and answer all of my cares. Jingle ball, jingle man is the jingle god for me.
Action.
So to say your legacy is controversial would be a bit of an understatement. Would you agree?
Being the greatest musician that the genre of jingles has ever known, being that, yeah, there's going to be controversy. Listen, I am the rock and roller. I shake things up. I rock the boat. And then I'll flip the damn thing over and I'll make you drag me back to shore. Because I don't know how to swim. But that doesn't matter. Because I'm Jingle Ballastain.
So tell us about your relationship to Lawrence Carr.
Who?
Lawrence Mr. Jingle Carl?
Carl Furman?
To Junior.
Junior. Jesus, man, you could have just said Junior. Junior. Haven't heard that in so fucking long. You know, Junior is the perfect example of a human life preserver. I mean, did you know that when he started out, he was actually one of my students? Taught him almost everything I know. Kept some secrets for myself. But he ended up picking it up super quick. Mastered the genre really, really fast. Which I only attribute to being under my tutelage.
Would you say that makes him the second greatest jingle writer of all time?
After Ballastain? Why would there be a need for second place? I mean, really, what is the point of having second? When the first place, moi, is so far ahead of everyone else. And believe me, I am the first. I am the GOAT, the greatest of all time. I am the jingle. I assume you spoke with Junior and Ferrari.
Yeah, of course.
Did they ask about me?
Jesus Christ, what are you... Oh, shit. All right, give me, just give me a minute. Hey, guys. Sorry about that. There we go. All right, sorry about that, guys. Welcome to my Mikasa. My boss lets me stay in his shed. He's got all his tools in the big one, so he lets me stay here. Anyway, let me get ready, and we can film this thing, huh? Welcome.
Have you ever heard how they created the All-Star game for Willie Mays? Yeah, well, me neither, until they started saying it about me. No, not the All-Star. Although if there was a Jingle All-Star game, I would kick ass at it.
What would that even look like?
Kick ass at it! These golden balls of deliciousness. These are my golden jingles. Actually, that one right there, is one of my Lifetime Achievement Awards. You know, being in front of all of them, I can't choose which one of these awards means the most to me.
Why is that shelf empty?
You really should do your research before entering a man's trophy chamber. So, I mean, if you do your research and you take a look at it, jingles have been around for what? 100, 110 years? It wasn't until I came around in the 1990s, 100 years later, that people realized we need to start giving these people something. We need to start showing them we see your art, we understand it, we love it. It becomes a part of our lives. And because of that, we want to give you something. We want to recognize your greatness and let you be exalted.
Oh, he paid for them. The awards shows? Yeah. No, like paid to have them exist. All right, why do you think there were no Jingle Awards prior to 1991? No, he made the Jingle Awards. He donated to the Met. They acknowledged him as art. All right, the entire thing, the entire Jingle Awards circuit was just created as fluffer for his ego's pubes.
That's not what a fluffer does.
Really? In porn, a fluffer doesn't fluff the pubics?
Nope. It's something else.
Interesting.
If it wasn't me, then where are the awards? Where's anything before I came around? Nowhere. Only when I stepped into the arena did people start going, do you know what? This is real art. This is something that needs to be taken seriously. It needs to be cherished, because there will be a day when there are no more jingles.
Well, somebody has to found and sponsor new awards. I say Jingle did the music industry as a whole a service. Musicians everywhere a service. Like inventing the golden jinglers.
Even though he won it every year.
I mean, yeah, but when you're at the top, when you're the best, you should win the gold.
Which Palestine did every year.
Once again, yeah, essentially.
Historically, award shows are a form of advertising that are awarded to those deemed worthy by a governing body. I can't speak to any Jingle Awards as this is the first I'm hearing of them.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. The awards show? No. Fuck no. I never heard that garbage in my life. The reward is getting paid after you write a dang good jingle. Oh my God, that's the stupidest shit I ever heard in my life. That's ridiculous. Man, Jesus Christ.
The 1994 Golden Jingler, the one I won for Forgle's Coffee, this one's probably my favorite. Come on. This one's my favorite because that year I finally took the big step and rechristened myself in the law as Jingle Ballastain.
May I just say, I mean, look, I want to say, I'm pretty sure Lawrence Balls changed his name also, just as a shot at me, you know.
Can you talk about that more?
Sure. I mean, look, I wasn't born Carlos Ferrari, all right? I did change my name, and I did it before he changed his name to whatever, you know, Jingle Balsastain or whatever it is. There are multiple stories of the legend of how Carlos Ferrari became Carlos Ferrari. All of them have an element of truth to it. Yes, I did buy a Ferrari. That's not the main reason. Yes, Mark Furman turned out to be a racist cop in the OJ trials, and it made it very difficult for the rest of us Furmans to cost this great country. Yes, that is true, okay? But really, it's because I am the Ferrari of the jingle industry. Truly, truly the Ferrari of the jingle industry. You know, I've heard people refer to people as the OG, the original gangster. Well, I'm the OJ, the original jingler. I mean, not anything to do with O.J. Simpson. But anyway.
Yeah, I for sure wrote the Forgals jingle.
So why didn't you take credit for it?
You know, I don't know. He just seemed so happy when he came up with it. That and the Forgal stock was pretty great investment at the time. So, you know, getting a bunch of their stock was a fair trade to me.
Can you explain that a little more?
Well, you know, I don't really like to talk about my wealth, but well, when Jingle B and I got paid, well, he usually took the cash, and you know, they gave the stock options. He said he could, you know, wipe his ass or whatever the hell he said, and you know, with the other options. So I took it.
Is that how you afford such a lavish property?
Yeah, I mean, sure. Just being smart with investments, I guess. Getting in realty, like, after a while it made sense. I don't really like to talk about my wealth though. Who cares about another billionaire? We're talking about music history here. So really, to be involved in the Forgals jingle was a privilege for me.
It was a privilege. You wrote the song though.
Yeah, which I wouldn't have been able to do if I wasn't apprenticing for Jingle B. I mean, come on, bro, for real.
So this is my next Golden Jingler. Golden Jingler from 1996.
But what happened in 95?
You know, it would really behoove you to not bring that up again.
What about 1995?
We don't talk about that year. It was a very dark year for the Golden Jinglers.
The one I'm really proud of musically from the 90s, you know, I bet I don't even have to tell you. The Baby Ribs jingle, that's right. Man, oh man, that thing played. Whew, and played. But you know what, I'm gonna have to say, tragically, I think that was the last great jingle Carlos Ferrari ever wrote.
Actually, I MC one of those. You'd be surprised how many of those award shows happens in school auditoriums. And the Golden Jingler goes to Carlos Ferrari.
Jingler. Get your hands off of me. I wouldn't even let that man with my boots. I wouldn't even let him clean my not even my underwear. And that's saying something because is this a joke? Is this laugh at the funny man time? Make fun of me? And just giggle. The Golden Jingler. Did I win? But anyways, so my 1996 Golden Jingle. This one, for the Wolf Mix jingle that I came up with, this one to me is really, really important. Because for some reason, a lot of people thought I had peaked after the Forgals jingle. And this just proves them wrong.
Oh man, Wolf Mix? Yeah, I came up with that too. But one day I was just sitting around daydreaming like, what would a dog say? You know, if he could talk, or is he barking? Are we barking? What about the cats? Do we leave those out? Like, I don't really get it. It's a whole bunch of noises. Everything came together and you know, it just wrote itself from there.
Where did the inspiration for the films come from?
From my genius. Then you have the 1997 Golden Jingler. This one's very important to me. It's not every day you get to work with an artistic concept that means so much to you. But when they said we need something for mini pizza, it was like you're talking to the right guy.
Oh no, yeah, he actually came up with that one. I mean, you never want to get in between him and anything pizza related. I think his middle name might be Pizza, to be quite honest.
What about the spoon trophy?
Oh, that's actually just for a cheerleading contest. And then there's the creme de la creme, the milk one. Now, I don't know about milk, but I got the Golden Jingler that year.
Yeah, I'm pretty sad about that. I'm not gonna lie, I wrote that one. I was really proud of it. I thought he was gonna give me credit, but he was going through that through that divorce with Ferrari's ex-wife Karen, and he did all that. You're my intern. He wrote it, and I wrote it, and I inspired it. Whatever.
Oh, it was my genius to hire the fucker.
But I wasn't tripping because the Wolf Mix stock was doing real good, and it blew up. I think they went to that cat crowd that I was talking about. But I mean, if I'm really being honest, I think that was probably the beginning of the end of me and Jingle B's relationship, and it's very sad because I don't think that his career ever made it back from that.
And of course, while he's off playing with his golden balls, I'm relegated to the toy market. I mean, look, it's not that bad, but I would have liked to have spread my wings a little more. Still, I was working. There was the Master Bucket one, Rat Trap. That one was pretty popular. There was a Connect 5. That one felt a little personal because I was really trying to go for the glory in my life again.
So then I see Ferrari taking up all these toy gigs, and I think to myself, why can't Jingle Ballestain take these toy gigs? So then I revolutionized the toy industry. Maybe you've heard of it, Bright Light? Yeah, I thought so. Everyone's heard of Bright Light. Hasn't sold in stores since 2005, but everyone remembers that toy. That's the power of Jingle Ballestain. That's the power of what I do.
Yeah, I wrote the Bright Light one too.
Then he starts stealing the toy gigs from me, just like everything else. I think it's because my ex-wife cheated on him with me.
I mean, things were really falling apart for our friend Jingle B, and I just couldn't handle it anymore, man. I just couldn't look it in the face, It's like it was the late 90s. There were market troubles on the horizon. People still didn't understand how short of a thing Apple was. I mean, even after the joke enforcement. Like, it was time to move on and write my own jingles. So I reached out to the Shelllogs people to see if they were, interested in, making a deal. They told me they were playing around with some, tiger character that needed a catchphrase. I don't usually like to do that. I usually like to work with music, but, challenge myself. Hey, next thing you know, a tiger named Tony is running around telling kids how great they are. And I'm finally getting just a little bit of a recognition for having the best jingle in the game, and even if it was only for a brief moment, it felt good to me,
So how did Jingle Ballestain respond to your new success?
Jingle B, you know how he is. He gets competitive, so he reached out to a few of the food companies in his area, and I mean, he got that Bottle Baby pop gig, and the Bottle Baby candy, and it was not his finest work.
Nothing wrong with that jingle.
So yeah, it was a big moment for me, man. It really was. It would have been a little bit better if Jingle B would have been a little happier for me, but nonetheless a nice moment. It turns out that Shellog stock actually it did outrageous in the early 2000s. I mean, I bought a recording studio. I'm part owner of the Cowboys. I mean, I even got a couple of exhibits in the San Diego Zoo named after me. So, I mean, it was a good time. But you know, it's a wild ride on the way down when you're sitting on top and the industry topples out from underneath you.
And then he takes the Cars jingle from me. Brother, I was going to change the world with that thing. Musically. Charities would be different. People would be giving. But no.
Look, there's always going to be people that came before you. I didn't write the first jingle. I wasn't born in the 1890s. But I did write the greatest jingle ever written in the 1990s. And perfected the genre as we know it.
When you say perfected the genre, you mean in general or specifically?
In general. And specifically. My charity jingle perfected the genre. It's the perfect jingle. Universally agreed upon as the apex of all jingles.
I can say without a shadow of a doubt, it is the single most obnoxious hunk of garbage I have ever heard with these 2 ears. Yeah, I sure shit didn't want to write a jingle again. And nobody was hiring.
Basic instinct. Oh, it's a mockery of everything I've worked my entire life to accomplish, okay? Jingles are supposed to be catchy, all right? They're not supposed to make you want to stab your eardrums out with a Q-tip, or worse, make you change the channel.
It is quite possibly the most annoying music that's ever written. The only redeeming value is that it's charity for kids. I really wish it wouldn't exist.
Man, there are a lot of opinions out there, and a lot of buts, and some of those stink. But I don't think it's completely fair to place the fate of an industry at the feet of one person.
So you like the charity jingle?
Hell no. That shit sucks. It's over.
Look, you have the wrong idea about what kind of music historian I am. I would really recommend you find someone who specializes in jingles. A jingle historian. That doesn't surprise me. Look, if I had to think about it, I remember that jingle being everywhere and then jingles just kind of dropping off. Probably advertisers started to associate all jingles with that jingle, and the notion of jingles as a form of advertising became off trend. I'm just guessing here. Look, yeah, sure, I'll say that if it'll get you off my yard.
Universally agreed upon.
The love I have for Jingle Ballestain is real. I love him with all my heart. I even love him as Lawrence Balls. But the reality is, after the Kids' Cars jingle came out, no one wanted a jingle anymore. There just wasn't any more room for jingles.
Look, I don't know how many other ways I can explain this to you, all right? Jingles were a livelihood, to some a way of life. And Jingle Dracula, whoever the fuck he's calling himself these days, came along and took a big hot steaming dump in the industry, all right? And ruined it. I mean, look, that shit for me is sale. I don't do that shit anymore, all right? I opened 15 cannabis dispensaries in the greater San Jose area. San Jose, California, not the shitty one in Costa Rica or whatever, all right? Look, that shit sells itself. Jingle or no jingle. Especially no jingle. Because I ain't writing that shit anymore.
Well, that's what happens when you perfect something. Nobody wants second-rate material. I mean, when you think about what was done with that jingle, what I was able to do with 4 Kids for Cars jingle, nobody can recreate.
So faced with the insurmountable wall that was Jingle Ballastain's ego, I quit. I retired. The song that was Carlos Ferrari played its last note. I drifted off because that's what legends do. They wander off to the place where they're remembered or forgotten.
But in the end, I decided to bow out of writing jingles. It could never be topped from what I had already done. And just as I thought, as soon as I bowed out from writing jingles, the entire jingle industry almost went under overnight. Almost as if Jingle Ballastain was the jingle industry all by himself. And to everyone out there, I just want to say, you're welcome.
You know, it hurts, feeling like you have a lot more to offer, only for it to evaporate like water on hot cement. I mean, shoot, is it even all worth rehashing? Was it all just a fever dream? I don't know.
Nowadays, when they think about jingles, they think about two things. One, they think about a bygone era that will never rise to where it once was. And they think about kids driving cars.
Yeah. Fuck Jingle Ballastain.
Not really. I mean, fuck this Jingle Ballastain guy, I guess?
I mean, fuck Jingle Ballastain for writing that obnoxious jingle.
Yeah, fuck Jingle Ballastain. Oh, and shop at Ace Jameson's Cannabis Dispensaries in the greater San Jose area. 15 locations for your convenience.
I've asked you nicely. Come on. Go!
Yeah, I am Jingle Ballastain. The entire fucking industry.
Any final words?
Fuck, I love jingles.
Hey, what's up, man? No, I'm not a beggar. I'm Carlos Ferrari, the famous jingle writer.
A jingle writer?
Yes, Carlos Ferrari, the jingle writer.
For Ferrari?
No, I don't write jingles for Ferrari. God, I wish. No, I'm from that documentary, the Jingle Gods documentary.
You the guy who can't handle his cigarettes?
Yeah, I'm the guy who can't handle his cigarettes. Yeah, you want a picture together or something, man?
I guess. Not gonna cost anything, right?
No, you already gave me $1.
All right.
All right.
Good stuff.
Nice to meet you, man. Take care. Salt of the earth. Hey, how's it going?
Hi. It's really nice to meet you. Man, I am such a big fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that jingles from the 80s and 90s are such a big part of Americana. I mean,
how nice. Thank you.
Yeah, it's amazing. Cheese Fish.
Yep. Classic.
Toys Is You.
One of my
Bright Light.
I didn't write that
They're
one,
all
but
amazing. Breaking Chocolate Logs.
okay, yeah, I didn't write that one either.
Break off a log, right?
Yeah, okay, I didn't write that one. Hey, maybe do some research before you meet your heroes, all right? Yeah, have a great day.
Okay, yeah.
Salt of the earth, right?
Hey, do you need to check my receipt? I only got the Happy Fish.
I'm not a receipt checker. I'm here for the signing. I'm Carlos Ferrari, famous jingle writer.
Was that you performing inside?
Yes.
What's your band name?
Well, it's just me. I'm Carlos Ferrari, jingle writer.
like Christmas jingles? It's
No,
June.
like advertising jingles, man. Like I wrote the jingle for the Smiling Cheddarfish.
You make these?
Well, I make them famous with my awesome tunes.
I think their cheesy smile makes them famous.
Well, I helped.
Well,
Okay. You know, like I'll tell
don't
you what.
know you.
I look. This tell you what. Just Google world's most famous jingle writer, and you'll see me.
So you're Jingle Ballastane?
I'll kick your ass. Oh, right in the girls. Okay. I'm just gonna take a minute. Hey, do you see like a marble down here? Like a. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna stay down here for a minute. He got both of them. But anyway, yeah, just like a marble, like this big. Looks kind of like an eye. No? Salt of the earth, all right.
So, the last time that you and I spoke, you had insisted on the interview being at your home. Now you're saying the opposite. So what changed for Jingle Ballastane?
Oh, you can just call me Lawrence. You know, in the end, if I'm being honest, I just had to walk away from the whole jingle life.
So you're going by Lawrence Balls again?
No. Lawrence Ballastane. I mean, come on. Ballastane is a kick-ass last name. I mean, I just needed to get away from the whole balls thing.
Because of the meme?
Yes, because of the meme. You know, I love the internet. It's a great place for people to relax, for me to relax, and kind of wind down from the... Let me rephrase that. It used to be a good place for me to relax. Until the memes started. Every time I got on, after the documentary came out, one of those memes would pop up. And yes, haha, let's laugh at this guy for a split second. Social media. My sports got ruined. Shaquille O'Neal and Chuck are referring to each other as Jingle Shaq and Chuck Ballastane.
Oh no.
And then because they got into it, everyone else started getting into it and hearing about it, and news, food, politics, all of these little things that you see on TV that are know-nothing things are making fun of me because of the meme created by your documentary. Thanks to you guys, the internet is not a safe haven for Lawrence Ballastane.
So, would you say the documentary ruined your life?
No. Ruined my life? Absolutely not. You cannot ruin Ballastane's life. You ruined pretty much everything I enjoy about my life. But no, you can't ruin Ballastane's life. I mean, it got too much for me, and I had to unplug. But then, you know, unplugging was hard. After about 3 hours of what seemed like constant anxiety attacks, I finally just had to go outside.
And were people mean to you when you went outside?
Worse, they were all super nice. Hey, yeah, how you doing? Doing pretty good. You too. Have a good one.
Hey, Bo!
Hey,
I see what you mean, yeah.
balls. Yeah. Thank you.
Hey, Ballastane, how are you, brother?
Hey, man. Good. How are you? All right.
I mean, aren't friends and socializing a good thing?
A good thing? Yes, it's a good thing to have friends. It's something on the other side of the spectrum to be constantly hounded by, hey, how are you? What are you doing? Oh, I loved seeing you in this documentary. I mean, seriously, for the short time we've been here, 3 text messages asking me where I wanted to go, what I wanted to do, and I am literally just, this is getting out of hand.
So why don't you just tell people you're busy?
I've tried. I've tried to tell them I'm busy. I've tried to say no, thank you. Actually, apparently, I'm pretty excellent at being nice, which is honestly news to me. Which, you know, when you're nice back to someone when you don't really want to do something, doesn't really get the signal across that you don't want to be bothered. So it's just, I mean, I'm telling you, it's constant friendly harassment. But I miss my alone time. I miss when the memes and the jokes were about someone else.
So do you have any other thoughts on the documentary?
Yeah, you guys left a bunch of stuff out.
Like what? What, for example?
You want me to give you examples? You guys shot the movie. You edited it. You guys left out so much. You left out the whole you left out the war of one-upmanship between me and Ferrari.
Like when you stole his wife.
Listen, his wife fleeing his failure to my grandeur is barely a fucking trifle of a part of it.
Your ex-wife was a trifle?
Barely a trifle. I TP'd the Grand Ole Opera when he was performing there. He killed my dog. And yes, me and his wife took his dog in the divorce, but still. You guys left out the fact that I bought Ferrari's Ferrari from a charity auction last year.
Actually, we were asked to leave that out by the producer.
Now hold on, wait a second. You're telling me that there's a mystery man out there, some puppet master with strings.
Yes.
Making us all jump for his entertainment.
Yes.
And who are they?
I'm not really allowed to say that.
You're not allowed to. I was the fucking star of your documentary, and you're not allowed to say? Who were they?
It's been requested that it remain confidential, so...
No, that's not gonna cut it. Who the fuck made this movie? Who the fuck made Jingle Gods?
Oh, hey, I thought I heard somebody. How's it going? Glad you found the place here. What's going on?
The producer asked us to follow up with everyone in the documentary and see what you thought of it.
Well, I mean, I got fired, you know, because my boss and coworkers saw it and saw that I was taking those fake smoke breaks. But then I got that sweet gig at the store closing, so that was really cool. That was a good moment until I got in that little scuffle with that kid, and I lost my fake eye, but I can't complain.
So you're not upset about, like, the documentary, the fact that you losing your eye wasn't in it, none of that stuff?
What are you talking about? I'm gonna be honest, I haven't seen the documentary.
Wait, you haven't seen it yet?
Yeah, well, I don't know if you can tell. I don't really have the personal luxury of like a television, you know. So I mean, obviously I should have known my boss and coworkers would have, you know, and they would have seen. I should have known that, but no, I have not seen the documentary.
Would you like to see it?
Sure. You're telling me this thing can play like television and movies?
Yeah.
You're fucking kidding me. Wait. Is it a touch screen?
Yeah, but you don't have to. Can you not touch the?
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, I've never seen anything like it. I just pressed this little triangle button here, huh?
Yep.
Little triangle and it starts the movie. All right. Oh my God. Junior! Now he can't hear me, right? I'm just fucking with you. What's up, buddy? I mean, it sort of sounds. He can't hear me, right? Okay, yeah, I know. Technology. This bullshit right here. You made me sound like a fucking jumpy chump on this shit right here, man. Do you really think this is do you really find this to be a fair representation? So you're telling me, after everything you filmed, this is a fair representation of what happened. That's Mr. Ferrari to you, all right? And to boot, let me say this. Y'all made it sound like I was talking about Karen all the time. I brought her up maybe twice. That was some Hollywood voodoo editing post-production magic you guys did, making it sound like I talk about Karen that much. Not to mention the fact I have every right to complain about Karen that much. I just come home one day and this Jingle Ballastain motherfucker's living in my house. They didn't even let me get my goddamn monocle collection.
Oh, he's got a bunch of these. You know what's weird is he had these before Junior ripped his eye out.
And then when I try and approach him about it at the Golden Jinglers that year, you know, back when I used to go out of respect for the genre, you know, what the fuck was I talking about again?
The Golden Jinglers and losing your house, your monocle collection, Ballastain.
That's right, and when I approach Ballastain about this bullshit, that little sycophantic fucking nutjob Junior comes and rips my fucking eyeball out, okay? I cannot describe what it feels like to have your fucking eyeball ripped out. But I'll try.
Please don't.
It's like pooped. To begin with.
That doesn't sound fun.
Fun? Me running around holding my eye going, my eye, I lost my fucking eye. Fucking Junior crying in the corner, holding the thing squished in his hand. Fucking looking up, Jingle Ballastain laughing that awful laugh. I cannot believe y'all don't have footage of this shit.
You'd be doing yourself a favor if you left that eye gouging out of this documentary.
And you know what the worst part is? You know what the worst part is? I don't have a right eye anymore.
Yeah. Junior really showed his loyalty that day. But Ferrari got what he deserved.
Having his eye ripped out.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was pretty brutal. But you know that saying where you wouldn't wish this upon your worst enemy? Turns out I would wish eye gouging on my worst enemy.
So did Ballastain say anything about this whole eye thing?
No, they didn't mention it.
Yeah, I bet he didn't. That fucking monster. You know what? I bet he's got it. I bet he's got it up on his damn trophy wall. That's what I bet.
Hell yeah, I kept it. You want to see it?
Yeah, Yeah, I bet he's got it right there next to Junior's fucking testicles. You know what he calls it? He calls it balls and eyeballs collection. That's what he calls it. I guarantee fucking to you that
Can't
shit.
really confirm that.
Wait, and the way you guys edited it, you made it look like I was just startled by everything, okay? I can't see anything that's on this side of my head because my eyeball is missing. Fucking Christ. You could have put that shit in the documentary, all right? You know what? You told me on this tablet thing I could find out where Ball's location was using the interworld wide web. Couldn't I?
Nobody calls it that.
Yeah,
But
just show me where he is on the wide web.
Fine. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I usually just announce where I'm going to be on my social media, and then a crowd of friends ends up showing up.
Aren't you a little concerned that Ferrari could use that to find you?
I doubt Ferrari knows how to use the internet. I doubt Ferrari owns a computer or even a phone. I doubt Ferrari even knows how to type.
Just show me the fucking worldwide. Just show it to me, all right?
All right, Mr. Ferrari, just calm down.
Mr. Ferrari was my father's name.
All right, it's called an app called Twitter. You just click on
Twitter? You know, sometimes I feel like you motherfuckers are just making words up here. All right? All right, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt. Please show me how to do a Twitter.
It's called a tweet, actually.
Oh, you can fuck right the fuck off. Wait. You're telling me that this tweet says that Jingle Ballestain is right here right now.
Yeah, he's right over there. We're right here, he's right there.
That's like 2-3 blocks away.
Yeah.
It's like right over there. Oh, fuck this shit. Oh, fuck this shit. This shit's going down right now. Oh, fuck this shit.
Where are you going?
Revenge!
Go follow him. Go after him.
So yeah, I just still cannot believe that you're the only one that wants in on the class action suit. It just doesn't make... Slap my ass and call me OJ if it isn't fucking Furman.
Well, you're looking good, balls of stain.
You look like shit.
Well, what do you expect? You took everything from me.
You didn't have much to begin with.
That's not nice. Look, I loved that dog, okay?
And I loved my dog.
Oh, your dog sucked, and that was an accident, all right?
Really? Accident.
But stealing my dog, that's no accident. Look, that's...
Your dog came when called. Like a lost puppy looking for a real master.
That's, all right. You know, man, that's all right. You take the dog, you take the jingles, you take everything. It's fine. All I ever wanted to do was make jingles, man. That's all I ever wanted to do. Okay?
Okay. You should have been better at it.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right.
Your life's dream.
Okay. Well, you know what then? This is what I'm here for. I challenge you to a duel. Ow, oh, stop. Ow.
Fine. Fine. If it has to come to this, which I'm glad it has, let's duel.
Yeah, okay, then. Tomorrow. Pistols.
Can't do tomorrow.
Can't do tomorrow.
No,
Fine.
can't do
Day
tomorrow.
after tomorrow. Fine.
Okay.
All right. Wait, no, it's street cleans. The only day of the week I can't do.
Oh, no, you can't do it.
Well, okay, it's 1 and 1. All right, we'll do it the next week then.
I can't do next week.
You can't do next. Bullshit. What are you doing?
Birthdays, parties, quinceañeras.
What?
I got invited to a brisk.
What the fuck's a brisk?
Don't ask me.
Wait, who's inviting you to all this shit?
All of my fans.
Fans?
Yes.
Did this documentary make you more popular?
Unfortunately.
What the fuck? That's why I signed up for the fucking documentary. God damn it. You know what? You know what? Fine. Next week, go to your brisk. Next month, the 15th.
Oh, 15th?
Yeah.
Of what month?
Of next month. I don't know what month we're in.
Okay, I can do the 15th.
Okay, fine. 15th.
I'll schedule you in
Next
between
month.
popularity and ultra popularity.
Well, thank you very much. Ultra popularity. Give me a break.
Oh, I'll be walking out. Further. You won't be growing old.
You want to play this game, huh? All right, well, how about this? Cars aren't for kids, motherfucker. Yeah, that's right, I fucking said it. Cars aren't for kids.
No, cars aren't for kids.
Yeah, yeah. And on the 5th, you're, what?
Furman, you're a distant memory. No one's gonna remember anything about you after I'm done finishing your career like I started. There can only be one Jingle God. Me.
We'll see.
Will we?
We'll see.
Oh. God.
Yeah, it's fucking awful, isn't it? Yeah. That's your fault. That's your fault.
Blame everyone but yourself.
Should we go a different way home? Because I feel like this was a really long way. Hey, how's it going? No problem.
We might see someone get shot today. I hope we're not liable for that.
Jesus, guys, what are you doing? That's me. I'm the producer. I'm the mystery producer. I'm paying for everything, man. They were forgetting about us. What we did for music, for art. They forgot there were Jingle Gods.
You ripped my fucking eyeball out.
I'm a goddamn balls meme, Junior.
Now, all publicity is good publicity.
You ripped my fucking eyeball out.
You did do that, Junior.
You made me look pathetic.
Now.
You did do that, Junior.
Now, sorry, Carlos, I can't apologize anymore for that egregious act, man. Passions were high.
So were you. That was during our Snowy Candy Nose days.
For the sake of my business, I didn't want any of that to be out there. But yes, I'm sorry, man. They were forgetting about us. I just wanted us to get the respect.
Wait, hold on. How many people saw this thing? Like at least a few thousand.
2.1 million.
2.1 million?
Listen, Junior, I know how much it costs to put on a production. A simple but elegant production of the Jingle Awards. That costs money. How much money do you have? How'd you get all that money?
Well, from all the jingles that we did, you know?
I took all that money.
Yeah.
I earned it.
Yeah. You took the cash. They gave us stock options. I took the options. You took the cash. You said you could wipe
I would have never given you any money.
Stock option.
You took the cash. You said you can wipe your ass with the stock. I don't know what you said, man. I took the stocks.
No, they said cash or options of stockings.
What the hell is a stock, guys?
I kind of figured that after a while, man. Listen. I get the stocks. They're worth some money. I trade them, and I get more money.
How much money?
Listen, let's not talk about my wealth in front of the cameras, okay?
How much money do you have?
Well, let's just say that we did pretty well, man. You didn't pay me. I took the options. I'm good at trading.
Do I have the option to find out what a fucking stock is?
Stock. They're worth money. Trade them with other ones, and I get more money, man. It turns out I'm pretty goddamn good at investing.
Pretty good at investing. Exactly how much money are we talking about?
Now, man, I didn't want to talk about that in front of these cameras.
How much money do you have?
Gentlemen, I'd rather not.
Look, the least you can do is tell us how much you're worth while the rest of us are living under a freeway.
Now, guys.
You live under a freeway?
You don't?
I live in an apartment. Studio. But you live under a bridge?
No, a freeway.
You live under a freeway and you have antique pistols?
They're family heirlooms.
Priorities, man.
How are we gonna have a duel otherwise? Hold on a second, you're not getting off this easy, Junior.
How much are you worth?
Yeah, how much are you worth? Hey, wait a second. Isn't this one of those things we can find out on the interworld wide webby thing?
We can do that. Don't point that at me.
Oh, sorry.
3.4 billion dollars?
Now, you got to remember, man, most of that isn't even liquid.
That'd be a lot of liquid.
You owe me $1.8 billion. You owe me half.
Yeah, Junior.
Now, goddammit, I'm tired of this Junior shit. I'm Mr. Jingle. There would be no Jingle Ballestain without me. Do either of you know my real name? Do you?
It's not Junior?
God damn it, it's Lawrence Carl. It's both of your fucking names put together. And you still can't fucking remember it?
I don't know if I ever knew that, actually.
You arrogant, self-loathing, self-centered piece of shit, ignorant, dickhead. Under the freeway, Delusional. Fucking idiot. Bastard. Piece of shit. You goddamn right I'm worth $3.4 billion. Enough to buy and sell both your asses combined. Which is essentially what I did by putting on this shitty documentary. That's right. 2.1 million viewership on a primetime slot. I'd fire my own ass if I was the one that did that shit on my network. But I can because I'm Lawrence Carl. Now, since I see you assholes aren't going to be shooting yourselves, I got some real business to take care of. And if you bitches got a problem with it, sue me.
You're goddamn right. I am gonna sue you. You heard me?
Yeah, I'm gonna sue you too. We should sue him together. You guys want to sue him with us? All right, just the two of us then. You know, I probably should have done that 25 years ago and ripped my eyeball out.
Yeah, you probably should have.
I didn't know you could.
I mean, you could pretty much sue for anything. Hey, listen, Carl. I just want to say I'm really sorry about your eye.
Well, thank you, Lawrence. I mean, he just ran up and ripped it out with his little fingers.
He does have tiny fingers, doesn't he? And hey, I also just want to apologize for Karen and the dog. I didn't mean for it to go down the way it did.
Wow. I don't know what to say.
And listen, I just want to say, I've never said this to anyone. I just wanted to be you.
I'm shocked. Excuse me?
Before you came around, jingles were rigid and difficult to have fun with. Everything was boring. It was awful. And then you came along. And I gotta say, I really do consider you the godfather of jingle jazz. You are the original Jingle God.
This is all I've ever wanted to hear. Oh, I'd give my left eye for this moment to last forever.
I'll let Junior hear you say that.
Yeah, fuck Junior, man.
Yeah, fuck Junior. Let's sue him for all he's worth.
Yeah, I want to be a millionaire.
You do understand the difference between $1 million and $1 billion, right?
Yeah, sure. One's, bigger than the other.
Yeah. Tell you what. We will sue him together.
All right, yeah, that's a good idea.
You actually won the 1995 Golden Jingler, right?
No shit, for the ribs jingle?
Yep.
Huh. I just stopped going after Junior ripped my eyeball out.
Makes sense. He's a prick.
Welcome to Jingle Good. Welcome to Jingle Goods.
We say it together.
Welcome to Jingle Goods.
We won the lawsuit.
Yeah, we settled out of court.
How much money did you guys get?
Who? Dude, that's Junior's real name, remember?
All right. Didn't get the billions I was hoping for.
Hey man, we got a cool 10 million out of the guy.
That actually isn't too bad. Carlos wanted to start at a low number and then make our way up. The opposite of haggling.
Well, it worked, didn't it?
I mean, the guys only sued me for $1 million. I gave them 10 million, sent them on their way. I guess it's a way of me saying, sorry for this documentary, get the hell out of my face.
So we actually used that money and opened up the Jingle Goods recording studio.
That's right. We were a Jingle Gods recording studio at first, but then Junior's lawyers started sending us letters saying, like, we own the rights to the Jingle Gods title or something, and yada, yada, yada. Next thing you know, we just added a letter, Jingle Goods. It's amazing. It's amazing what an extra letter can do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so between the two of us, we figured with our genius and swath of historical experience. We decided to go into business together and create a jingle recording, writing.
That's right.
Studio.
You know, we're having actually a lot of really good work. Mostly regional. Occasionally we'll get a non-regional gig. You know, one of the bigger ones. Maybe you know, like a toy store will hear we're back in business, and then they realize we're the guys from the documentary, and then we don't get the gig anymore. But the regional work isn't bad.
Luckiest region in the entire U.S. of A.
Entire U.S. of A.
You have the two greatest jingle writers.
The two greatest.
Here. Waiting, creating. Just doing our thing.
Plus, Karen doesn't live here.
God, right. She was the worst.
Just the worst, man. Always like the repetition, really.
Same 15 meals in a row.
Like, how about some variety, right?
Yeah.
She'd always complain that my van smells, or, you know, like bathing issues.
Didn't you buy the van after you two got divorced?
Oh, I don't. Or how she, you know, the whole touching thing, right? Like, oh, come on, why don't you cuddle me? Why don't you make love to me? Why don't you hold me more, right?
I always gotta get away from me. I don't like being touched.
Yeah, that's what I meant too. I really should have sat on the other side for this interview. You know what I like to say? We might only have 3 good eyes between the two of us, but we've got 2 brains. I'm still working on it. But that's the point of working in a team as jingle writers. You know, I'll drop something like that, and next thing you know, Jingle B over here will
I'll just be like, what about this?
Yeah.
You need a second part.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. We'll just.
I mean, let me do an example. Actually, you know what? You don't really deserve it. Let's not do an example.
When we first started this, we posed the question, does the documentary Jingle Gods need to be made? So, does it need to be made?
Absolutely not.
Look, I'm just glad I got to tell my side of the story. I mean, those two are so bitter, they'll probably even cut me out of the movie. It is what it is. Come on, Ferrari.
Also, you guys are fired. You guys cost me $10 million showing this documentary to Carl Furman? That one-eyed prick? Get the fuck out of my house.
And I thought to myself, do we really need kids out there driving cars? Probably not. But I mean, hell, they have to learn sometime, right?
I call action around here. Alright? Me. Carlos fucking Ferrari. Some people are like, look how pathetic this guy is. I'm like, only one around here who looks like a pirate. Only one around here looks like a pirate.
Oh, you know, I like to come out here just in case a tailgate party kind of pops up, you know. I want to get involved in that, you know.
But that can't happen very often.
Yeah, it happens more than you think, actually.
This, I won it at a chili contest. Not really a big deal.
Get your hands off me.
Yeah, no, I would say it's one of the most disappointing moments of my life.
Yeah, that ball stain guy was a real dick. Made me lose my happy bitch.
Are you guys still here? What the fuck are you doing? Go home, nobody cares about jingles.
don't think we're getting paid for this.
That's right. I invented the post-credit scene.